Early life and football beginnings. Marcus Allbäck was born on October 15, 1972, in the small town of Västerhaninge, Sweden. Growing up in a family with a deep appreciation for sports, Allbäck was introduced to football at an early age. His passion for the sport was ignited by watching games on television and playing with his friends. Despite the rural setting of Västerhaninge, a place not known for producing footballing stars, Allbäck's early interest in the game stood out, and it quickly became apparent that he had the potential to pursue a career in football. His football journey began with his local club, Västerhaninge IF, where he played in his formative years. Though a relatively modest club, it gave him the opportunity to develop his skills, particularly his goal-scoring instinct and aerial ability. Allbäck's athleticism and natural talent for finding the back of the net led to a series of strong performances in local youth leagues. His ability to perform under pressure, particularly in front of goal, caught the attention of larger clubs, setting him on a path to a professional career. At the age of 16, Allbäck moved to Stockholm to join the youth setup at Hammarby IF, one of Sweden's more prominent clubs at the time. This was a significant step in his development, as Hammarby offered him a more competitive environment and the opportunity to progress through the ranks quickly. His work ethic, combined with his impressive technical ability, allowed him to rise through the club's youth system. By 1991, just a year after joining Hammarby, Allbäck was promoted to the senior team. Professional career at Hammarby. If Allbäck's breakthrough in Swedish football came with Hammarby IF, where he made his debut in the Swedish Allsvenskan at the age of 19. The club was going through a period of transition, but Allbäck's arrival gave them hope for a brighter future. He was known for his tireless work ethic, his ability to finish chances with both feet, and his physical presence in the air, particularly on set pieces. These qualities helped him stand out, and it wasn't long before he was a regular in the starting lineup. During his time at Hammarby, Allbäck began to establish himself as one of the brightest young talents in Swedish football. His combination of size, strength, and skill made him a handful for defenders. Over the next few years, he became Hammarby's main goal-scoring threat. His performances were characterized by clinical finishing, an ability to read the game, and an impressive knack for being in the right place at the right time. These qualities would be a hallmark of his playing style throughout his career. Despite his individual success, Hammarby struggled to win major trophies during his time at the club. Nevertheless, Allbäck's impressive goal-scoring feats earned him recognition both domestically and internationally. By 1996, his talents were becoming more widely recognized across Europe, and it became clear that he would eventually make a move to one of Europe's more prominent leagues. Move to Denmark and Danish success. In 1996, Allbäck made the move to Denmark, where he joined the Danish Superliga side IKAST. His decision to move abroad was driven by a desire to challenge himself in a new environment and to compete at a higher level. At IKAST, Allbäck quickly adapted to Danish football, and his goal-scoring prowess continued to shine through. His physicality and technical ability allowed him to thrive in the competitive Superliga, and he was soon one of the league's top strikers. His time in Denmark was marked by a series of standout performances that solidified his reputation as a top-tier striker in Scandinavia. At IKAST, Allbäck's goal-scoring record was impressive, and his playstyle was well suited to the team's attacking setup. Over the course of 4 seasons at IKAST, Allbäck helped lead the team to competitive finishes in the league and even enjoyed runs in European competitions, including the UEFA Cup. While he was successful at IKAST, it was clear that Allbäck's talents could carry him to even greater heights. His performances in Denmark attracted the attention of bigger clubs, and in 2000, he made the move to one of the top clubs in Europe, Belgium's Anderlecht, for a brief but impactful spell in his career. Successful years at Anderlecht. In 2000, Allbäck moved to Belgium's RSC Anderlecht, a club that was one of the strongest in Belgium and a regular contender in European competitions. At Anderlecht, Allbäck was able to further showcase his talents on a bigger stage. He continued to thrive in the Belgian Pro League, where his goal-scoring instincts, strong aerial ability, and poise in the box made him one of the league's top strikers. His time at Anderlecht was successful, and he played an important role in helping the club challenge for domestic titles and progress in European tournaments. Allbäck's versatility allowed him to play both as a traditional striker and in a supporting role, and his performances in the league and Europe were key to Anderlecht's success during this period. During his time with Anderlecht, Allbäck was able to adapt to the higher tempo of top-tier European football. The club's participation in the UEFA Champions League allowed him to compete against some of the best teams in Europe, which was an invaluable experience for his development. His performances in Europe, coupled with his domestic achievements, attracted further attention from bigger leagues, and it became clear that Allbäck's next move would be to one of Europe's major footballing nations. Return to Sweden and success at IFK Göteborg. In 2003, after several successful years abroad, Allbäck returned to Sweden, joining IFK Göteborg. His return to his homeland marked a new chapter in his career. At IFK Göteborg, Allbäck became a key player for the club, leading the team's attack and contributing to both their domestic and international successes. His physicality, leadership, and tactical intelligence made him a formidable presence on the pitch. Allbäck's performances at IFK Göteborg were marked by his consistent goal-scoring ability, but he also demonstrated a keen understanding of the game. He was instrumental in leading IFK Göteborg to top finishes in the Allsvenskan, Sweden's premier football league. His ability to hold up the ball, bring teammates into play, and his clinical finishing made him one of the top forwards in Sweden during his time at the club. His time in Göteborg was also a successful one in terms of European competition. Allbäck's experience in European football, which he had gained at Anderlecht, proved to be invaluable as he helped IFK Göteborg navigate European competitions with strong performances. Though the club never reached the highest echelons of European football during his tenure, Allbäck's contributions were a vital part of the team's competitiveness in both Sweden and Europe. International career with Sweden. Allbäck's performances at club level earned him a spot in the Swedish national team, and he made his debut for the senior side in 1997. Over the course of his international career, Allbäck earned over 70 caps for Sweden and scored a significant number of goals, becoming an important figure in the Swedish national team. His goal-scoring exploits at club level translated well to the international stage, and he became a reliable option for the national team's attack. Allbäck was part of the Swedish squad for several major international tournaments, including the 2002 and 2006 FIFA World Cups, as well as the UEFA European Championship in 2004 and 2008. In these tournaments, he provided much-needed experience and leadership, and though he was never a central figure in Sweden's attacking play, he played an important role in supporting the team's more high-profile players, such as Zlatan Ibrahimovic. One of the most memorable moments of Allbäck's international career came during Sweden's run to the quarterfinals of the 2004 UEFA European Championship. Allbäck was one of Sweden's key players, contributing both goals and assists during the tournament, and his performances were a reminder of his class at the international level.